Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, the shutdown ends. More Epstein files released, a TSA game changer, and our exclusive. Taylor brings us the end of an era. Breaking overnight, after 43 days, the longest shutdown in American history ends.
It's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again.
But many are still furious about the deal. Rachel Scott on the Hill questioning Democrats.
Why drag this out for 40-plus days?
What it all means for health care. The last-minute add to the bill. When those government workers will see a paycheck after not getting paid for more than 40 days.
Plus, after thousands of canceled flights, the new FAA emergency order as the shutdown ends, what it means for the holidays. And this morning, the potential TSA game changer that could get you through airport security faster and what it has to do with your phone.
The newly released Jeffrey Epstein emails, some referring to President Trump. One says that Trump spent hours with one of the sex trafficking victims, as the White House pushes back on the drive to release all of the Epstein files.
In the interest of transparency, why not just go ahead, release the full files on Epstein, get this all over with?
Pressure mounting this morning.
New clues about missing 9-year-old Melody Buzzard, why her mother was sent home from jail with a GPS monitor. Matt Gutman.
Can you say whether Ashley is concerned about the welfare of her daughter Melody?
Plus, what Melody's grandmother is saying.
The big change coming for two of America's favorite snacks.
Are you ready?
They are back.
Took you long enough.
20 years later, the first look at The Devil Wears Prada 2. Plus, something we never thought would go out of style.
See a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck.
Why luck has run out for the penny. And don't miss GMA's exclusive first look at the trailer for Taylor Swift's new docuseries, taking you on stage and behind the scenes as we come to the end of an era.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
We have a lot to get to this morning, including Ginger in Southern California, tracking the new storm system that is sweeping the West Coast.
That is coming up. We're going to begin, though, with the government shutdown. It's finally over. After a record 43 days, President Trump signed the spending bill passed by Congress into law in the Oval Office last night. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is on Capitol Hill with the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. After 43 long days of widespread disruptions and delays, the government shutdown is finally over.
It's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again.
Overnight, President Trump signing the bill to end the longest shutdown in American history. 6 House Democrats joining nearly every Republican to pass it.
The bill is passed.
But many Democrats still furious that deal cut by 8 Senate Democrats does nothing to address the expiring Obamacare subsidies that the party spent 43 days fighting for.
It's a betrayal of working people who are seeing their health insurance premiums rise double and triple.
So we asked some House Democrats why they voted for it anyway.
It was important for the American people for us to have this conversation, and this battle's not over. It's not over. People are hurting out there. I mean, they're getting hit with cost.
But as of now, there's no planned vote on health care in the House. After more than 6 weeks, the Congressional Budget Office estimating the shutdown cost the nation $11 billion. And this morning, hundreds of thousands of federal workers are being asked to return to work. They'll soon get back pay, but federal contractors like Willie Jo Price are out of luck. She's a cafeteria worker at the Library of Congress and has not been paid in more than 40 days.
How much stress, does this put on you to go this long without a paycheck?
It's hard. In the process, during this shutdown, my car broke down. And it's just been things going on and on and on. And I don't have the finances to do it. Right now, everything is like in the red.
So as part of this law, the Trump administration is supposed to be rehiring thousands of federal workers that it fired during the shutdown, but it's unclear when that will happen or how that's going to take place, George.
Yeah, it should be happening right away. Rachel, meantime, there was also some last-minute controversy in this bill, a provision that allowed GOP senators to sue for up to $500,000 in taxpayer money.
Yes, George, this has nothing to do with funding the government, but somehow this provision was slipped into this bill originally passed by the Senate. It does allow senators to sue the federal government for $500,000 if their phone records were investigated without notifying them first. And the thing about this is it's retroactive, meaning that several Republican senators can now sue the federal government for being investigated by Jack Smith during the Capitol riots back in 2021. This is taxpayer money, and this is outraging many Democrats and even Republicans. The Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson told me that he was frustrated when he heard this. He plans to put a bill on the floor to strike this from this law, but there's no guarantees that even if it passes the House, that the Senate will take it up, George.
We'll keep an eye on it. Rachel Scott, thanks very much, Robin.
And George, the shutdown, yes, is over, but it is still impacting air travel, with an FAA order still in place, reducing the number of flights at airports all across the country. Trevor Ault is at Los Angeles International Airport tracking the latest for us. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Robin. Yeah, the government's back open, but this is not as simple as simply flipping a switch back on and all the airports and the airlines go back to normal. This is going to be a process that takes several more days, maybe even an entire week, before everything is fully up to speed from its pre-shutdown levels. Right now, the airlines are operating at a 6% flight reduction. That's based on FAA decision making, and the FAA will decide how to safely and gradually ramp those numbers back up based on staffing, based on safety data. The trade group Airlines for America says the priority right now is making sure all of those air traffic controllers finally get paid. And of course, the airlines now have to make sure all of their planes, all of their crews, they can safely relocate to the right locations to make sure they could go back to their full schedule. But that is a complicated process because even a small batch of cancellations can have a ripple effect across the country. Now, the positive note is that this is coming together a few weeks before the travel rush for the holidays really gets going. And the airlines say they're not expecting any residual impacts from the shutdown for Thanksgiving travelers. George?
Trevor Ault, thanks. Now to the fallout from the congressional release of files related to Jeffrey Epstein, including emails in which the convicted sex offender mentions Donald Trump. Pressure is growing this morning for more of the Epstein files to be released by the Justice Department. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce is tracking the latest. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. And these messages are sparking fresh questions about President Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. The White House denies any wrongdoing by the president, but the administration still refuses to release the full FBI files on Epstein. And now this morning on Capitol Hill, an effort to force their release is finally moving forward. This morning, as the White House downplays newly released emails from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly discussing President Trump, an effort on Capitol Hill to force a vote on the release of the full Epstein files, garnering its final signature. Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva sworn in after a 7-week delay, signing on to the petition to force a vote on the files' release as her first act in Congress.
I will sign the discharge petition right now to release the Epstein files.
The White House is well aware that a vote would put Republicans in an uncomfortable position. Many of the president's supporters have previously called for their release. In an attempt to stop the petition, top White House and Justice Department officials, including the Attorney General and FBI Director, attempting to pressure Congresswoman Lauren Boebert into removing her name from it, meeting with her Wednesday in the Situation Room. But it didn't work. Boebert, ultimately one of 4 Republicans who signed on in support. We pressed the White House.
But
given your
Reagan.
interest in transparency, Caroline, why are White House officials then meeting with Representative Boebert in an effort to try and get her to not sign this petition calling for the release of the files?
Doesn't it show transparency that members of the Trump administration are willing to brief members of Congress whenever they please?
It comes just hours after House Democrats released those emails obtained from the Epstein estate, showing the convicted sex offender discussing Trump and seeming to suggest he had information he never shared. In a 2011 exchange with his co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein writing the, quote, dog that hasn't barked is Trump, adding one of his victims spent hours with Trump at Epstein's home, but that Trump had never once been mentioned. Maxwell replying, I have been thinking about that. House Republicans in the White House identifying the victim as Virginia Giuffre, who once worked at Trump's spa at Mar-a-Lago. Giuffre said she never saw Trump do anything inappropriate. She died by suicide earlier this year. In a 2018 text exchange, someone whose name is redacted wrote to Epstein, "It will all blow over. They're really just trying to take down Trump and doing whatever they can to do that." The context of the message is unclear, but Epstein responding, "It's wild because I am the one able to take him down." Trump and Epstein were friends for more than a decade.
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
After Epstein's arrest in 2019, Trump said he hadn't spoken to him in 15 years. He insists he broke off the friendship when he learned Epstein and Maxwell were luring away young female staffers who worked at Mar-a-Lago.
He stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place, persona non grata. I threw him out, and that was it.
In a 2019 email to author Michael Wolff, Epstein writing, "Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever." Of course, he knew about the girls, as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. Sources say she's angling for a pardon, and when asked about it, Trump hasn't ruled it out. Now, as for that petition to force the files release, Speaker Johnson, who's gone to great lengths to avoid a vote, now says he'll bring it to the floor next week.
Right, and
George.
you talk about great lengths, Mayor. Pretty extraordinary to have the Attorney General and the FBI Director in the White House Situation Room lobbying a member of Congress. We've never really seen anything like that before.
We certainly haven't, George. They are going to great lengths, as you said, to try and stop these full files from being released. But as we said, that effort simply didn't work here yesterday.
Mary Bruce, thanks. Robin?
And George, now to what we're learning about Reverend Jesse Jackson. The civil rights leader has been hospitalized overnight. Alex Perez is there for us at the hospital. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Robin. As many will remember, Jackson is a historic figure in the civil rights movement. We were told overnight he was brought here to the hospital for observation. Now, sources tell ABC News the 84-year-old is being treated here at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Jackson's longtime Chicago-based social justice organization, Rainbow Push, saying in a statement that he is under observation for progressive supranuclear palsy, or PSP, a neurodegenerative disorder that he has managed for more than a decade. Adding, Jackson, who was initially diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, received confirmation of his PSP diagnosis in April. Jackson rising to the national stage in the 1960s when he was part of Dr. Martin Luther King's inner circle, calling for nonviolent protest, and was even considered Dr. King's protege for some time. For more than 60 years, Jackson has advocated for racial equality and economic justice, and he ran for president twice in 1984 and 1988. In recent years, Jackson has been seen in a wheelchair as he battled the impact of his Parkinson's disease. Now, Jackson stepped down from his Rainbow Push organization in 2023. His family this morning is asking for prayers. George?
And we are thinking of his family. Okay, Alex, thanks very much. Now to former All-Star pitcher Emmanuel Clase, expected to surrender today for allegedly conspiring with gamblers to rig pitches. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky is live at the courthouse in Brooklyn. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, George. He's one of the best closers in baseball, and he's due to surrender here later today because he's been in the Dominican Republic since the unsealing of an indictment over the weekend charging him with conspiring with sports bettors to throw balls instead of strikes, often on the first pitch after he was called into the game as a relief pitcher. And federal prosecutors say bettors placed more than 100 fraudulent bets based on his rigged pitches. They say his teammate, Luis Ortiz, joined the scheme this past season, and he pleaded not guilty, was released on a $500,000 bond. The judge here also imposing restrictions on gambling as part of Ortiz's release, noting the charges relate to conspiracy to influence sports contests by bribery, since Ortiz and Clase allegedly took cuts of the winning bets. Now, attorneys for both players have said both of them are innocent, but the case has already prompted Major League Baseball to cap micro bets on whether pitches are balls or strikes or will exceed a certain velocity at $200 per wager. The idea is to reduce the incentive to cheat by reducing the amount of potential winnings, because, Robin, baseball is keenly aware that this case is already raising questions about the integrity of the game. guys.
They are certainly aware of that.
No question.
Yeah.
We're going to turn now to the big change coming to some popular snacks. Sam, you got the details.
I do. George, Robin, Lara, America, good morning. So let's just be honest. Cheetos and Doritos are delicious, but the fun lasts long after you're done with the snack because the delicious day-glow colors actually stay on your fingertips. And for me, America, that's a whole separate snacking opportunity, right?
Oh, no.
I mean, you got to get the color off the fingertips. But now, Cheetos and Doritos will be a natural pale yellow instead of the bright colors we are all used to because they're going naked, or on the label, NKD, to appeal to health-conscious consumers and parents. Frito-Lay says Simply Naked line eliminates artificial colors and flavors. The new product line has 4 varieties, so you can enjoy these: Doritos Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, and Cheetos Puffs, and Flamin' Hot Cheetos. They now exclude synthetic colors that parents have been talking about, like Red 40, Yellow 5, and Yellow 6. Frito-Lay says the snack is reborn with clean ingredients that retain the familiar taste while being coloring and flavor-free. The parent, PepsiCo Foods, says these will be available in stores December 1st. But what about the fingertip snacking opportunity?
Oh, please,
Sam, you had to repeat it?
Sam.
Now we really can't get that image out of our head.
But everybody does it. Am I the only person?
You're the only person who talks about it on national television.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable. So let's go on to Thursday Night Football, shall we? A really heated rivalry.
Yes, indeed, Robin. Good morning to you and Sam Ew. First, you may have heard former All-Pro tight end Rob Gronkowski, Gronk, signed a one-day contract so he could retire as a New England Patriot. But Pat's owner, Robert Kraft, well, he had another idea, saying, hey, by the way, since we play the Jets Thursday night, how about a 2-day contract? Gronk said, yeah, let's do it. What's the signing bonus? And Kraft smiled, saying, well, nothing's changed. And nothing has changed when it comes to the Pats and the Jets rivalry. New England sits atop the AFC East with an 8-2 record, tied for the best in the league. They've won 7 straight games behind second-year quarterback MVP candidate Drake May. If he beats the Jets tonight, May becomes just the second Patriot quarterback to win 8 consecutive games within the same season. The only other guy to do that, you know, what's his name?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Brady. Yeah.
There it is. Thanks, Robin. The Jets are in last place in the AFC. This is really a tale of two cities. They started the season with 7 straight losses. They are now riding, though, a 2-game winning streak. But as for tonight's game, they still have not announced who will be their starting quarterback. They have to do some deep thinking on that to beat this tough Pats team.
It's going to be a tough game.
Yep.
Yeah.
A good game, though.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lara.
Thanks, Lara. Coming up, Trevor Aldo's back with a game changer for travelers. Hey, Trevor.
Hey, George, yeah, so we've all seen that person or been that person frantically searching for their ID at security. Well, Apple has just rolled out a new feature where all you need for security is your phone. I'm going to show you how it works coming up on GMA.
All right there, Trevor, thank you. Also had the mother of that missing 9-year-old is free after being indicted and pleading not guilty for an unrelated felony, as sources tell ABC News that law enforcement is investigating in the young girl's disappearance.
And the Starbucks workers on strike this morning in more than 40 cities. Sam is going to apologize to all of you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But, I mean, am I the only one?
Back here at GMA. Ooh, your first look at the Devil Wears Prada 2.
Took you long enough.
That is the teaser trailer. The teaser trailer for Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway are back. It's been nearly 20 years since the first movie, and this sequel will see the return of Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci, along with some new faces.
So excited.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 officially hits theaters on May 1st. That is the Friday right before the first Monday in May, the gala,
Yep,
the Met Gala. Coincidence? I think not.
We are looking forward to that. First new at 7:30, unionized Starbucks baristas went on strike this morning at locations around the country, pushing for higher pay and the elimination of what the union calls unfair labor practices. The union calling it the Red Cup Rebellion, as the strike coincides with the chain's popular Red Cup promotion. Earlier, Starbucks expressed disappointment that the union authorized the strike and pointed out that it represents only a small percentage of the company's workers. Also, take a look at this. Daring rescue to save a base jumper dangling from the side of a cliff in Utah. His parachute was tangled in the rocky terrain. Rescuers were able to reach him and safely bring him down. And take a look at this. Familiar music right there to pump up the crowd. Rocky theme song gave us all hope for that Russian humanoid robot powered by AI. He's doing great so far.
Not really. He looks like he's drunk.
Oh! Is that real? Did that really happen?
Yes, it did. It was at the Yarmouth Hall Congress Center in Russia, Moscow.
Was there not a dress rehearsal? Oh no, the black.
Yeah, we saw it, buddy. We saw it. We saw it happen.
But there's a cleanup on aisle 4 after that too.
Wow.
Wow.
You know the money they spent on that sucker? Look what happens. All right.
So they're not taking over the world.
No.
We're safe for a little bit.
Yeah, we are. All right, guys. We have the latest now on the search for Melody Buzzard. As the mom of the missing 9-year-old California girl appeared in court yesterday, our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, is in L.A. with more for us. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Ashley Buzzard may be out of jail. She is not out of investigators' crosshairs. They say she has been uncooperative about what happened to her 9-year-old daughter, Melody. And at this point, they tell me they're investigating all angles, including the chilling possibility that she was trafficked. This morning, Ashley Buzzard, the mother of 9-year-old Melody, who's been missing from her home near Santa Barbara for over a month now, sent home from jail with a GPS monitor following this court appearance.
Ma'am, you're released on supervised release.
But Ashley wasn't in court to face charges related to Melody's disappearance. She was there to face a charge of false imprisonment after a man she knew, named Tyler Brewer, accused her of holding him against his will in her home. Brewer claims Ashley brandished a box cutter and refused to let him leave after he says she shared information she appeared to regret disclosing.
We're entering a not guilty plea.
Buzzard released after a judge ruled she was not a flight risk. Adrian Galvin is her attorney.
We're eager to test the reliability, veracity, and credibility of the complaining witness in this case.
Outside the courthouse, Melody's paternal grandmother, Lily Dennis, spoke to our affiliate, KEYT.
I want to know where my granddaughter is. What's going on? They let her go? They didn't say nothing about my granddaughter?
And overnight, I asked Ashley's attorney about that.
Can you say whether Ashley is concerned about the welfare of her daughter, Melody?
I can't comment on that.
Melody last spotted in these surveillance images standing slightly behind her mother at a car rental in Lampa, California on October 7th. Both Melody and her mother wearing wigs. Authorities say the pair drove off in a Chevy Malibu 1,500 miles to Nebraska. Ashley returned 3 days later, but without her daughter. The FBI and local law enforcement say they've been working to retrace their movements after finding the license plates on the Malibu were swapped out during the drive.
We have discovered that there was a change of the license plate on the vehicle that we've been describing that went on this road trip. And then also an additional sighting that places Melody with Ashley as far along that trip as the October 9th.
That was somewhere near the Colorado-Utah region, and authorities say it was the last time anyone had seen Melody. The next day, Ashley returned the car with the original plates, but without Melody. Authorities served a warrant to search Ashley's home, the rental car, and a storage locker. Law enforcement sources from multiple agencies point out the catch-22 in this case. On the one hand, they are extremely worried about what happened to Melody, but because they can't find Melody and because there is no actual evidence that a crime has been committed, they can't charge Ashley with any crime, even though they say she has been uncooperative from the very start. Guys.
Oh, what a horrible story. Okay, Matt, thanks very much. Now to a game changer for travel that allows users to store their passport info in their iPhone wallet for use at hundreds of airports nationwide. Trevor Ault is at LAX with the details. Good morning again, Trevor.
Hey, good morning again, George. So this is a feature that's already been rolled out. It's operational at more than 250 airports across the country. They call it Digital ID. You can take your passport and digitize it on your phone. You put it into your Apple Wallet, and then when you come up to security, one of these TSA checkpoints, you can just present your iPhone or your Apple Watch, and that will count as valid ID. It's a very simple process to set up. You go to your Apple Wallet. Up at the top, there's an add button. It's a plus sign. You click it, follow a few simple instructions to add your passport passport, verify it's yours, and then you're good to go. Now, this is rolled out as we're approaching the peak travel season. Should hopefully speed up the security process maybe a little bit, but also maybe lower the stress levels for people who are concerned about making sure they have their ID or their passport on hand, especially because Apple says that all of this information is encrypted. Your passport would only be stored on your own phone behind your personal security settings like a facial recognition lock. And this will also work if you haven't yet updated your driver's license to be a real ID. Now, there is one very important caveat. This only works for domestic travel. If you have an international flight or are traveling anywhere else where you actually need your passport, you have to bring your physical passport. We don't want anyone to miss out on international travel because they tried to just use their phone. But if you're traveling basically anywhere in America, as of this morning already, you can put your passport on your phone and you're good to go.
All right.
Guys?
Thank you. Appreciate it, Trevor. We're going to turn now to luck running out for the humble penny. The Mint has now stopped producing them. Chief Economics Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis has the details. Penny, for your thoughts.
They had a great run, Robin. Good morning. Great to see you guys. Yes, the penny has been around for 230 years in circulation, but the final penny was minted yesterday in Philadelphia. Why? Well, it costs almost 4 cents to make 1 penny. The Treasury Department expects to save $56 million a year by not producing them. There are still 300 billion pennies in circulation, but some retailers are now warning customers about a penny shortage and the possibility of having to round up their prices as a result. They could good point, Lara. They could round down.
They could.
The last time a coin was discontinued was the half cent in 1857. There are no TikToks commemorating that moment. The final pennies minted will be auctioned off. They will not go into circulation. Some are wondering, by the way, now if the 5-cent nickel, which costs 14 cents to make, could also be in jeopardy. But what do you do if you got that jar full of coins hanging around the house? We all have something like that. You bring it to the bank or the grocery store. The Fed says people on average have $60 to $80 in those little beer mugs of coins.
Wow. I love the penny. I'm sad.
I know.
I think my dad always gave me one for good luck.
I had the little saving book.
Yeah.
You know, the penny collectors. It was fun.
R.I.P. Penny.
R.I.P.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Now, with the holiday sales dropping earlier than ever, and Lara is back with the big questions for you shoppers. Should you grab these early Black Friday deals more than 2 weeks before the big day?
I know. It's getting earlier and earlier, and hopefully with more and more savings. You know, we all hate when we think we've gotten that great deal only to see the same item again at a lower price a few days later. So the question is to wait or not to wait as we get closer to Black Friday, and we went to some experts to get you the answers.
This morning, with just 42 days to go until Christmas,
I think I'm gonna buy it. Do you accept cash?
Big savings are rolling out for shoppers who are making their lists and checking them twice.
It's a holiday shopping day and I am so excited.
Like me, you've already started your Christmas list? And major retailers are now offering early Black Friday savings to help deck those halls and put presents underneath the tree.
A lot of retailers have basically turned all of November into a pre-Christmas, pre-holiday sales season.
Amazon promoting 12 days of deals from November 20th through December 1st, where shoppers can save in 35 different categories, from electronics to toys to vacuums.
Every who and who Newville liked Christmas a lot. But without help from Walmart, stress-free it was not.
Walmart promising a month-long series of deals starting this Friday, with discounts on brands like Apple, Levi's, and Lego.
I've already started my list.
And for Target, Black Friday sales have already begun this week. Shoppers can save $70 on an Instapot, $100 on Beats headphones, and $330 off the price of a Dyson. With deals popping up so early, many savvy shoppers are wondering if they should buy now or hold out for the actual savings holidays.
The length of the holiday season has at least doubled in the last several years, thanks to all these early deals. So I think it's really hard to find a deal on Black Friday or Cyber Monday that is genuinely unique or that you can't buy earlier or later than that specific weekend.
There's some advice there, and we have some other pro tips for your holiday shopping. Shop around and compare prices. It's easy to do it online. There are also apps that can help you out there. And check out if the retailer offers price matching. Target is offering a holiday price matching guarantee right now through Christmas Eve, which will let you lock in the lowest prices available, guys.
There's a lot of options out
there. A lot of options.
All right.
And you saw some really great deals right now.
You did.
Play of the day time. We're going to stay on the passport theme.
I like this, George, because, you know, we all know that panic feeling when you realize that you've lost something valuable, right? That's exactly what happened to a couple that got on an international flight, discovering one of their passports was missing. But this couple wasn't alone. So it's okay. Exhale, everybody. The flight pitched in to find it.
I found it! Yay!
This is the moment a flight attendant's act of kindness saved the vacation of a lifetime for Tim and Cam Bowles after a passport mishap.
We were so excited to start this trip.
It all started when the Bowles had just boarded their final flight to Cape Town, the start of a weeks-long trip they had planned for months.
I said, "Did you pick up your passport?" He said, "No, I gave it to you."
Panic begins, and so does a massive search on the plane that would involve both passengers and crew.
And it's been like, I feel like we're all emotionally invested.
A now viral video posted by a passenger capturing it all unfolding.
We were digging through their things. We even had a ramp agent look for the passport.
After at least 20 minutes of extensive searching by nearly everyone on the plane, it was time for takeoff. So the Bowles had to give up, disembark, and go home.
Just as we had resolved ourselves to that fact, we got this, wait!
But one flight attendant went the extra mile, still searching even after the Bowles left, and found the passport. And though the Bowles had deplaned, even the pilot helped, letting them back on.
A lot of things could have gone different ways. Our flight attendant didn't give up.
Yeah, you heard that right. They let them back on, but wait, it gets better. We spoke to the pilot. He told us this was his last flight ever before retiring. He says this is the level of customer service that the airline instilled in him over 34 years on the job.
That's so great story. Yes,
that made me so happy.
Yeah, and the fact that they opened the doors again, because sometimes they don't do that.
No,
exactly. They were very lucky. All right, coming up, our exclusive reveal of the trailer for the Taylor Swift docuseries about that epic tour. And y'all, WNBA champion A'ja Wilson is on our home court.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. The longest shutdown in American history ends. Why many are still furious about the deal.
Why drag this out for 40-plus days?
Rachel Scott on the Hill with what it all means for health care and when those government workers will see a paycheck.
Final rose.
I got my girl.
Okay. The Golden Bachelor finding love, but with, how the season ended. And will there be wedding bells?
Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for the end of an era? Taylor Swift giving fans a look at her life on stage and behind the scenes in her upcoming docuseries. And this morning, we have an exclusive first look at the brand new trailer as we say Good Morning America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. We are looking forward to that Taylor Swift exclusive. I have to tell my whole family right now it's at 8:11. That's what time it's coming on.
Yes. You don't want to know the exact time. Also, it is great to have Tori here with us, as always. She's bringing double the deals for the holiday season with savings up to 80% off.
First look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with the government shutdown. It finally ended last night after a record 43 days. President Trump signed into law a spending bill passed by the Congress. I want to go back to senior political correspondent Rachel Scott on Capitol Hill. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. After 43 long days, the longest government shutdown in American history is officially over. Overnight, the president signing that bill into law that was passed in the House with the support of nearly all Republicans and 6 Democrats. But that bill did not include the key demand that Democrats were making all along to extend those expiring Obamacare subsidies. Right now, no vote planned on that in the House. So with the government now reopening, hundreds of thousands of federal workers are now being called back to work. Furloughed workers will receive received back pay. And as part of this deal, thousands of workers who were fired by the Trump administration during this shutdown will now be rehired. 42 million Americans who rely on federal food assistance, SNAP benefits, will start to see that money reflowing yet again. And as for air travel, that could take a little bit of time now to return back to normal. The FAA says they still plan to cut flights by about 6% across the country. But the good news is that should all go away by the time things start really kicking up for the holidays, guys.
All right. Appreciate you, Rachel. Now to a GMA health alert on headaches. A new study finds nearly 3 billion people worldwide, that's nearly 1 of every 3 people on the planet, has a headache disorder. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Narula, is here with more. This was a huge study.
Yes, this was a study that looked at the time frame of 1990 to 2023, and they in fact found what you exactly said, which is that in 2023, 3 billion people suffer from headaches, and that statistic has not changed since the 1990s over the past 30 years. They looked at 3 different types of headaches: migraine, tension headaches, and medication overuse headaches. And they found a few things. So tension headaches tend to be the most common, equally affecting men and women. And migraines, however, which are a little bit less common, are really responsible for 90% of the disability associated with headaches. And that is because migraine symptoms tend to last longer, sometimes for days, and they have other symptoms other than the headache, for example, nausea or dizziness. When they looked at the genders, they found that women, by and large, are twice as likely to suffer disability from headaches, again, because they tend to be more affected by migraines. 1 out of 5 of these headaches is medication overuse. So that's really important because that's something that we could potentially prevent by counseling patients on how to use the medications appropriately. And so this was a really kind of overarching study that was very helpful in terms of putting into perspective the headache types.
You have experience with migraines. Can they be prevented? How are they treated?
Yeah, so unfortunately, I've had one actually for the last 2 days, and I can tell you every migraine sufferer will say it is not just a headache. 2 days, yeah, and I think that's really important to say. Can come and go. The symptoms can last 4 to 72 hours, and 12% of Americans have migraines. Again, women more than men. It tends to run in families. I remember seeing my mom growing up in a dark room saying, I can't be with you right now because I'm suffering from a migraine. And of course, in my 40s, I developed it. And so we think about it in 4 stages. There's the prodrome, which happens about a day or 2 before the actual headache, where you can feel mood changes, food cravings, constipation, exhaustion. Then some people, about 25%, get an aura, where you actually have vision changes. You may have neurologic symptoms that can mimic a stroke, for example, numbness, tingling. I remember one day in my office looking at my computer screen and seeing zigzag lights, calling my husband and saying, I'm either having a stroke or this is a migraine. So it can be really scary. Then the actual headache, which can last from 4 to 72 hours. And then the postdrome, which comes afterwards, where you really feel tired and fatigued. So it's a really long, drawn out process. It can be triggered, George, by a lot of things. So hormone changes, stress, changes in how you're eating, skipping meals, dehydration, lack of sleep, even certain foods, aged cheese, certain wines, chocolate can all be triggers. And in terms of prevention, in treatment, we really think of lifestyle and medication. So there are medications to prevent, things like antidepressant type medications, anti-seizure, certain blood pressure medicines. And then we think about treatment meds. So we have things like Nurtec and Ubrelvy, which are newer drugs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, Excedrin, Tylenol, even Botox can sometimes be used as a preventative medication. And then lifestyle. So some people will go into a dark, quiet room, use cold or hot compresses. Caffeine can help, so drinking a cup of coffee can sometimes help? Yes, caffeine can actually help. Actually, Excedrin has caffeine in it. And then really prevention also around exercise, eating healthy, sleeping, and trying to avoid some of those fluctuating changes.
Yeah. How are you feeling now?
This morning I'm better.
Good,
thank you.
Good. And I could tell because there was time that I could almost see in your eyes sometimes when I've been around you going, I could tell that there was something that wasn't feeling.
It just feels like almost like a vice on your head, but thank you.
All right. Coming up on our GMA morning menu, we are counting down to Taylor Swift's new docuseries with an exclusive first look at the new trailer.
Also had last night's Golden Bachelor finale. It had a twist we didn't see coming. Find out who got the final rose and a ring. Maybe not the ring a lot of people were expecting.
Okay, and we're counting down to country music's biggest night with a special reveal of the new set of performers taking to the stage at the 59th annual CMA Awards.
And Larry and Sam with WNBA champion A'ja Wilson.
I am so happy you're here, by the way. Not only are you gorgeous, but I cannot give you this. This is like a toy. But this is your perspective, I think. When you get this close to the net, you're right about eye level with it. We are so excited you're here.
We are. It's going to be a slam dunk morning. We're sure of it. A'ja Wilson in the house and so much more coming up on GMA.
Right here.
Back on this Thursday morning, our GMA cover story, the exclusive debut of the new trailer for Taylor Swift's docuseries, The End of an Era. Is it 8/11?
8/11/30, 40.
Yeah. We're going to take fans behind the scenes of her record-breaking tour that gives us a glimpse of her life.
I'm very aware of mysterious forces at play that I will never have any control of. This show created a bonding experience for like 70,000 people all at once. There's something very special about that. I came up with the idea for the Eras Tour about 2 years before the tour started. I wanted to overserve the fans in terms of the amount of songs they were going to hear and how far I was going to push myself. My main goal is to give something to the fans that they didn't expect. I'm gonna get past a phone. I'll be like, aren't you playing a show right now? Yeah, about that. Why aren't you here with us? I'm somewhere where everyone is screaming so loud. Oh, I love having a good secret. All the dancers, the choreographers, the production designers, the crew, the entire band, every person is the best one in the entire industry.
I have never seen the boss with this much passion about their job.
Travis Kelce. He brings a lot of happiness.
We basically the same job.
You got teammates, I got teammates.
You've got Coach Reed, I've got my mom.
I'll do the first verse and first chorus. This was a seismic, momentous period of time in my life and in the lives of anyone who this tour touched. This was the biggest challenge any of us have ever done. Tonight, we complete that challenge.
One last time.
So it goes New Year's Day verse and chorus, manuscript bridge into Long Live Bridge, into the down verse of Long Live, into Hold On to the Memories They Will Hold On to You, into Long Live chorus but slowed down to halftime, New Year's Day chords underneath it, into the last verse of the manuscript.
That's complicated.
That's right. Well said, Mama. You're right about that, Lara. I mean, that is just a glimpse of what we can expect.
I'm
And
so
she said
excited.
She wanted to overserve, and I saw it 3 times.
Yep.
I know you all saw it as well. Unbelievable. But you wondered about some of those things that were happening.
Under the stage, behind
Oh, that
the
moment
scenes.
under the stage was super cute.
Yeah,
Come on.
she's really revealing herself. So on December 12th, get ready. The End of an Era premieres on Disney+. 2 episodes released each week. Also, episode 1 of the End of an Era docuseries and a 1-hour preview of Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour, the final show. Right here.
Where else?
Right here at ABC. Where you're home for that.
We are
Thank
going to
you,
be
Taylor,
doing
for
it. Thank
doing
you,
that.
Taylor. Now to the Golden Bachelor finale. The Bachelor gave out the final rose, held back on the diamond ring. Lori Bergamato here with the story. Hey, Lori.
Hey, thanks. Did the Golden Bachelor find lasting love or walk away still searching for the one? We've got a breakdown of the finale everyone's talking about.
Stand back!
Uh-oh.
From a not-so-explosive first meeting
Maybe we should hug it out in the meantime.
to a heartwarming final rose.
I have a ring, and this represents our commitment to love, to give us time to figure out together what our future holds. What do you think?
I agree. I think it would be absolutely wonderful. We're just completely on the same page with that.
The Golden Bachelor, Mel Owens, did find what he was looking for.
I got my girl. Okay.
Even after playing coy with Lara and Sam before the premiere.
Can you just give us like a little secret wink if you found love?
You know, everybody's going like, hey, a wink, or give me two, right?
2 blinks if
Two
you
blinks.
did, 1 blink if you didn't.
Well, you never know.
Oh, he did 2 blinks.
Lara, this is for you.
Owens finding love with retired Las Vegas firefighter and bomb tech Peg Munson.
He's looking for bombs right now. I just felt that connection. I felt his energy. So we both were on the exact same journey. You know, that slow burn. Like I always said, I'm looking for the fireplace, not the fireworks.
But for Mel, he had a fire to put out right from the start. After the women confronted the former NFL player on night 1 for saying he wanted a partner between 45 and 60 years old.
It's truly a privilege for me to be the Golden Bachelor, and I hope you forgive me and let me earn it back.
I just concentrated on my own journey with him. I really did. I could not worry about, you know, the other women in their journey with him.
And while there was no official proposal on the finale, could there be wedding bells in the future?
You know, I love being married and the partnership and all that comes with it, sharing all of it. I got to be engaged first before I get married. And, you know, we've spoken about that, and that comes first, and then, you know, perhaps a marriage afterwards. I'm in love with her. She treats me well. Just being around her is a great feeling.
That's the nice thing about being in our golden years. We get to write our love story, and we get to do it the way that we want to do it.
So, yeah, no proposal just yet, but plenty of promise, proving that for Mel and Peg, love really can get better with age, you guys.
Nice. And that's the sentiment of the show. I think it gives a lot of hope.
Yeah, everybody deserves it, that's for sure.
Thank you, Lori. It is time for Deals and Steals. It is the season of gifting.
All right, that's right. Tori Johnson is here with double the deals to help you with your holiday shopping because we need extra time, so we got it.
We got extra time and extra deals. We got 12 deals today, but this segment is sponsored by PayPal.
Okay.
They are giving you the option to pay now or pay later this holiday season. So let's get to it with these gorgeous trees from Salfavia. What I love about this is that you get this gorgeous look and it is completely effortless. So you can choose flocked, not flocked. They come pre-lit, so there's no struggling to put off all of those. The shapes are great. They also have shapeable branches, so like you can get them the perfect way you want them. They come in 3 pieces each tree, so it's very easy to assemble, then very easy to put away for next season.
This one's fantastic with a different kind of, that's great.
And you can program the lights in different ways. I mean, they're gorgeous, and they really kind of do set the scene. When everyone walked in here this morning and saw this, we're like, wow, it's the holidays. All 50% off, and we've got even more online.
That's a great deal.
All right, I feel like these are Sam's favorites. So this is the standing stocking, and that's exactly what it is. So if you pick it up, you can see it's kind of a weighted bottom, and that allows it to stand anywhere. And it's got this great system on the inside to ensure that it stands anywhere. Everyone was saying like, oh, my kids would love this if you got to dig deep in there. So it's not only decor, but there's a lot of people who don't have a mantle or who don't want to hang things from the mantle. So there's no nails, no screws, you get stockings that stand.
And you can put a lot of goodies in there.
You can put so many goodies in there. Sam's eyeing a lot of them because
he likes the lit one.
He likes the lit one.
Wait to buy these.
There you go. Well, lit or just a cute little Santa here, they're all 50% off.
It's like a Yeti just stepped out of its stocking.
There you go. There you go. All right, Moville, I am so excited about this. Making their GMA Deals debut, one of the most prestigious names in cookware. They have been crafting copper and stainless steel cookware since 1830 in Normandy. When you look at their Instagram videos of how these are made, the craftsmanship is unparalleled.
This was a great get, Tor.
It's a really good one. So it's gorgeous copper outside, stainless steel inside, then these like just elegant, gorgeous.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
Like brass handles?
The brass handles, they're, remarkable. We've been getting so many oohs and ahs this morning. So we've got everything from the small saucepans and frying pans.
Yeah.
We've got
and there's no coating on it.
It heats up beautifully, all even cooking as well. So if you're looking for a really elevated, elegant option for the kitchen, either for yourself or for gifting, today's the day because it's a rare 50% 50% off.
I don't cook, but I'll hang them on the wall and they'll look great.
Okay, but you know what? While someone else is cooking, I
Yep.
feel like butterflies are very big in your house.
They are.
And so, you know, I had to pull this butterfly apron.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, it's Michelle Design Works, and we've got a really beautiful, it's the butterfly that I just love. So even if you're not cooking, you can help clean and, you know, prepare and all of that. So we've got just
Sure I
beautiful
can, Tori. I can help clean. Would you
can
trust
help.
me with that?
I would
Okay.
trust you being a little sous chef helper. Yes, you're a good helper. What I love about this is we've got a variety of options that just add beauty and color to every day. You want to surround yourself with their patterns.
Really
are beautiful.
cute, Tori.
Yeah, they're beautiful. We've got their candles, their cocktail napkins, these little kitchen towels. That peony smells really pretty. It's just like a beautiful.
That's great.
It's just a nice scent, right?
That's peony?
Room sprays. Yeah,
Ooh,
but so the patterns and the
I
artwork are
smell it from
great.
here. That's great.
Everything slashed in half, starting at $2.75.
This is gorgeous.
$2.75.
Another one that Sam loves.
I fell in love with this.
Yeah, you know
last year.
Leslie, our art director, this is her favorite company every year, the Queen's Jewels. That's her sign that holiday's here.
Yep.
So these are all hand embellished, then attached on here. So this is not painted. This is like the real deal embellishments. I like these little elf feet right down here.
It's so great. And
They're
it's got
really
the little
beautiful.
thing on the bottom.
It's got the little charm on the
This is
bottom.
holiday right there. Nothing says holiday more than this.
And it's like, it's a little conversation piece, kind of creates connection. So we've got a big variety of options in stemmed, stemless, and then they're brand new tumblers. So easy way to add a little boop, holiday,
little bling bling.
All 50% off. And you know what? I just want to shout out these little cocktail picks too. Are really cute.
Yeah,
right?
you put an olive on that for me, Tori.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. You're ready to go, Sam.
All right.
And then finally for some comfy, cozy bed shirts. So feel this. This is heated. This is a heated wearable blanket. Yeah, heated wearable blanket. We've got other heated blankets from them. So it's super soft, cozy. You get to prance around in your wearable blanket.
I can see it now.
I can too.
Exactly.
I may be wearing those giant socks with it too.
With the stockings,
wow.
all
There's a
50%
visual.
off plus free shipping. And you guys, you know what? We've got 6 more incredible deals coming up, like really, really good deals.
I don't know how you're doing it.
We're doing it, baby.
Overtime for us.
These are
Thank you
great.
so much, Tor. And hey, we've decked the halls of our studio windows with these festive displays. They are showcasing some of our favorite deals. And guys, you can shop everything that you see in those windows all season long.
So if you just come down to the studio, stand there and get everything done. Just scan the QR code or head to gmadeals.com to check out the products. And Tori, you're going to be back with us, and we're going to have a lot more deals coming up.
We are. And then Robin's got WNBA superstar A'ja Wilson in the house. Stay with us on Good Morning America. Let's shop.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
We all celebrated Veterans Day this week. And this morning we take a look at the Walt Disney Company's commitment to supporting service members and their families. Stephanie Ramos has a story.
It's a tradition that happens every day at both the Magic Kingdom in Orlando and Disneyland in Anaheim, honoring a hero. Today, it's retired Master Sergeant George Denby, presented with the colors. And given a parade down Main Street, USA during the daily flag retreat ceremony. An opportunity for Disney to offer gratitude to those who safeguard the nation. Each day, a different veteran or service member is chosen for the honor.
Thank you for your service.
Pleasure. Thank you.
What was that moment like?
Just so amazing. Over a 22-year career, I can't think of many times that I was honored like that.
Flag ceremonies and giving thanks to those who serve has been a time-honored tradition since the opening day of Disneyland 70 years ago.
It's a foundational value for our company that actually began with our company's founders, Walt and Roy Disney, who both served their country during the First World War. Disney recognizes that veterans bring so much to the workplace in terms of leadership, work ethic. And so we were honored to create our Heroes Work Here program in 2012. And since that day, we have hired thousands of veterans who work in all sectors across the Walt Disney Company.
2 of those service members are Dean and his daughter Jen.
I work for Disney Institute.
I'm a senior business analyst. I manage the Lightning Lane product. This was always our place. And so when it came time to retire, I said, we're going to Disney World.
Talk to us about how you've been able to use those skills that you gained in the military here at Disney.
The ability to be adaptable, to be able to turn on the fly and just roll with the punches. At the end of the day, you can always count on a veteran to get the job done.
Disney also honoring service over at Epcot's American Adventure Pavilion, a vibrant gallery of oil paintings featuring more than 60 service members and veterans who have served since 9/11, all hand-painted by former President George W. Bush. In honor of America's 250th birthday, active and retired military families can enjoy a little extra magic, including discounted year-long tickets to Walt Disney World parks, valid for all of 2026. Reduced prices on Disneyland tickets, up to 25% off for this winter at Aulani, a Disney resort and spa, and a $250 onboard credit on some Disney cruises. Plus, discounts at Disney World for PhotoPass's Memory Maker.
There's a lot of companies that say they have military programs, but I have never seen anyone do as much as Disney does. Disney talks the talk and walks the walk.
For Good Morning America, Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Orlando.
Thanks to Stephanie for that. You can learn more about Disney deals for service members and their families by scanning the QR code on your screen. Hey, Robin.
Just got excited because I'm going to get some swag. Some good stuff here. 4-time WNBA MVP, the reigning WNBA champion defensive player of the year, the WNBA Finals MVP, one of the greatest basketball players ever. Give it up for the queen, A'ja Wilson, the Las Vegas Ace. Oh, look at you. Oh, it's so good to have you on our home court.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, Lara and Sam met you for the first time, and they came back over to me like, wow, you have this way. You just have this way about you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, now, oh, man, this last season, well, I know you said this off season is going to be a little bit different for you in that you need time not only physically but mentally to recover. What was so taxing about this past season?
Just the adversity. Adversity hit us quick, and sometimes you're not prepared for that. Right. Obviously, coming from a team and a culture that we've built for so long, it's just like winning is the standard. Championship is the goal always. So when you're not looking that way in the beginning, it could kind of tear you up. It could kind of tear you apart. And so mentally, it was a little draining, but my teammates stood by my side every step of the way, and I'm so glad we got it done.
I know, because if we were going by that first game, how many points did y'all lose? A lot. But it's not how you start. It is how you finish, and you finish so extremely strong. Okay. Also in this off season, got to talk about it.
Yeah.
The collective bargaining agreement.
Absolutely.
Okay. The negotiations are going on. They extended the deadline for that, and of course, player salaries, revenue sharing, all of that is on the table. How do you feel about where things stand right now as the negotiations continue on?
Obviously, we're still pushing through, but I think for us, it's just continue to stand on what we believe in and what it is to be a business and how we handle ourselves. And I think when you're thinking about a united front, it's the WNBA, and we're not going to shake anything until we get what we want. I think we're tired of the mindset of just be grateful for what you have. No, we need to dive into it. We need to have better workplaces, practice facilities like this. And it's not just for the women of the league now. We're talking about the women coming up, the future. We want them to have a safe space to where they can perform at a high level and get that revenue share and to live on a salary that is what they've earned.
That's livable.
That is livable.
You don't have to go over to Europe, go to other places.
Absolutely. So this is going to be huge. Obviously, this is a big year for us. It's a huge year for us, and we don't want to lose the momentum, but we're going to continue to just do what we do, and that's stand up and be our business.
Yeah, and stand together like that. And the fact that they extended the negotiations, hopefully that bodes well for everybody, because we want to see the season next year. You have had a lot of support. Your mother and father, I know they still live in South Carolina, right? But they spend extended time with you in Las Vegas. Why you roll your eyes like that? Why? They spend extended time during I know you do. But what has their support meant for them? And if there's parents that are watching right now and they're want their child to pursue their dreams, what's the advice you have for parents?
I mean, their support is unwavering. It's always there, and it has its days where I'm just like, okay, I need my space, but I love the fact that they respect that. I think the biggest thing that parents can learn is learn with your child. Let them fail. Let them go through the lessons. And I know it's hard for my parents to see me cry or see me fail or hurt, but sometimes you need those things in life in order to grow. And I think my parents do a great job of balancing it out. Like they're the first ones to hype me up, but then they're also the first ones to tell me, hey, you got to do better. How can you give more to your community or to the game? And so I'm grateful to be their daughter. We have our ups and downs just like every other family, but their support is just, it's phenomenal. Like, it's crazy how much they love me, and it's like unconditional. Like, you know, it's like something that's truly special.
Okay, but talking about support and hype.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get inducted, congratulations, into the University of South Carolina's Hall of Fame, and then you give your induction speech, and Bam, okay, and I mean Bam, your boyfriend Bam, who plays for the Miami Heat. Yes. The first time we heard you say boyfriend like that. But I gotta say, A'ja, the way you all support each other, we see you with him, we see him at your games with your family, and that, how have you all been able to support each other as professional athletes?
It's just what we do. I think that's our foundation that we just built when our relationship kind of first started. And we were just like, you know, this isn't going to be easy, obviously with our schedules and our lifestyle. But at the end of the day, if we want it to work, we're going to make it work for each other. And when we see the behind the scenes, when we see the down days, the good days, you know, you have to show up because you know how hard it took, like the work that it took to get to that point. So he's in my eyes, he's perfect.
Oh,
he's perfect. He can do no wrong. Obviously, he's human, but you know, the support that he gives always, it's incredible to think that I've kind of met my match.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I know he's playing the Knicks, so tell him to be easy on it. Because I mean, I love him, but no, because he's in town. Never. Also, what we really loved, the pink tambourine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you brought that out, and you said it was going back to your Southern roots a little bit because you know you grew up in the church, and you said it's about faith. It's about all those things. So we have some special GMA tambourine for you, and we're going to play a little game.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay,
let's do it.
Instead of shake and bake, it's wake and shake.
Hello.
Okay, I'm going to say something.
Okay.
And if we really love it, we're going to shake it out. Okay. Coach Becky dancing. Okay. It's a little shaky. Okay. How about Coach Don Stanley dancing? Oh, shaky. It's shaky. What does it take? Okay, hair did day. Come on. Okay, I give you that. Hair did day. Okay. What is this about? What am I supposed to ask you about? Candy corn. Oh no.
You don't like candy corn?
No, because it gets all in your teeth like Cheetos does, and you gotta.
Candy corn is the best.
Okay, one more. Early mornings. Oh, come on. Oh, I gotta give you that one. I gotta give you that one. No. Okay.
For Good Morning America, yes.
Yeah.
Any other time.
Bless you. A'ja Wilson, number 22 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Is A'ja Wilson. Thank you so much. All the best to you.
Thank you.
And the season coming up, take your time to get it all together.
Thank
you for making the time. And tell Bam, take it easy on the Knicks, okay? All right.
We'll see. I make no promises.
Okay.
We've got an exclusive reveal ahead of the 59th annual CMA Awards. The next round of performers is being announced here, and they include Kenny Chesney, Miranda Lambert, Brandi Carlile, Chris Stapleton, Kelsey Ballerini, Old Dominion, and that is just the beginning. Lainey Wilson will host the 59th annual CMA Awards, and it airs next Wednesday right here on ABC and Disney Plus, and the next day on Hulu. So we hope you'll watch. We know we will be.
The holidays are coming up, which also means it is cold and flu season. This segment is sponsored by Walgreens, and they want to make sure that you are prepared to keep your friends and your family safe as you gather and travel for the holidays. I'm here now with Rick Gates. He's their Chief Pharmacy Officer. Thank you for being here today.
It's great to be with you.
Let's get right to it. I want to talk a little bit about how important is it to prepare in advance, because this time of year can be tricky. It's right here. How important is it?
Well, I mean, it is holiday season, a lot of travel and stuff happening. And if you remember last year, CDC said it was one of the latest starting and longest lasting flu seasons that we've had for quite some time. So we need to make sure that we're protecting ourselves heading into it. It's starting to get cold out, right? I'm in Chicago. We had snow last week. So it starts to push people indoors and make them start to gather and unfortunately spread viruses.
All right. So let's think about this. For many, the holidays mean traveling. How can we protect ourselves when we're on the go like that?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to when you travel, you're touching a lot of surfaces that could have germs. And so when you think about that, hand washing is the most important thing that you can be doing.
Not always easy to do, though.
It's not, and I think you have to make sure that you're doing the right thing when you do hand washing. So a couple different ways to think about it. Normal hand soap, you want to wash your hands for 20 seconds, or if you're traveling, have a hand sanitizer.
There's something about singing happy birthday.
There is. That's actually the right thing. It's 20 seconds, and it has to be a slow happy birthday, because some people sing a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
But if you do it for 20 seconds, you're really going to kill the viruses and make sure that you're protected. And when you touch surfaces, it can actually spread back, and you touch your face and touch your mouth, right?
And we all had a lot of products during, the pandemic.
Yes.
Not a bad idea to have them still.
It's not. And obviously, normal hand soap that you have here, you have disinfectant. I think, and maybe I'll even show you when
I was going to say, I'm not.
You want to try to?
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing is you have to make sure that you get on the back side of your hand, which a lot of people don't do.
Oh yeah, no, I actually would not have thought of that.
Get in between your fingers.
I know the thumb.
Yeah,
is
and then the thumb is
critical.
important, and then get your fingernails. And I think those are the most important things while you're actually seeing. And that's going to protect yourself the best for it.
All right, Rick, thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, let's talk about gatherings at the house.
Yes.
What can we do there?
Well, a lot of it comes to travel too. So you're traveling to see your family.
Yep.
So if either you feel sick or you have any symptoms, the first thing you should do is test, right? So testing, Walgreens or any pharmacy is going to have a combined COVID and flu test. But if you have patients or loved ones that are high risk for diseases, you want to make sure that you test before that as well.
Okay.
Beyond that, when you have people traveling and visiting with you, you need to make sure you're disinfecting the most common areas they're going to touch. That's going to be like doorknobs, counter surfaces, those types of things. And I think that's where disinfectant wipes and making sure you're cleaning is most important.
Yeah.
The two things that people really don't, or they forget, is you have to clean with the soap and water, which cleans dirt and grime away, but then you need to disinfect.
Okay.
And so that's the most important part. And I think what you see here are some very common disinfectant wipes. The thing most people don't know with this is you should take a disinfectant wipe and actually wipe to get the surface wet. And so when you see the wet surface, the thing that most people don't understand is that you need to keep that in a wet it needs to be wet for about 4 minutes to make sure it's chilled.
Work.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's the important thing that you need to do whenever you're wiping down
surfaces. All right, so don't dry it down right
no,
away.
Do not.
Let
absolutely.
it be.
Yes.
All right, we have to move quickly.
Yes.
I want to talk about eating food.
Yes. So good nutrition is the most important thing that you can do, but as you know, you can fall off the wagon a little bit during the holidays. I love stuffing, I love mashed potatoes, all that stuff, right? Supplements are a good way that you can actually help support that. So you see things like zinc, selenium up here, vitamin C. Go talk to your pharmacist, because they can really help you understand supplements that may be good for you to really help you throughout the season.
Yeah, there's so many out there. So take advantage of their knowledge. And just real quick, what is the most important thing we should think about this holiday season?
Yeah, for me, I'm a pharmacist, and I'll tell you, protect yourself, and that's getting vaccinated. Remember, 2 weeks is what you need to do to have full vaccination coverage. So you're protecting not only yourself, but also your loved ones. So right now, we are 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Best time is right now to get vaccinated before that time, and go to your Walgreens, go to your pharmacist. They're going to help you make sure you get your right vaccine.
All right, thank you. Great information.
Yes,
Thanks
thank you so much.
Here. All right, everybody, to learn more about getting your flu shot, just head to your local Walgreens or our GMA social pages. Coming up, Tori Johnson is back, and the woman has even more deals and steals. These are great gifts for you at incredible deals.
Oh, get ready. Back now with more deals and steals. Tori's got more holiday gifts with a Robin surprise at the end.
Oh,
Tori, what is this?
Fancy pans. So typically during holidays, you're preparing in that, kind of ugly foil pan.
Right.
But then for serving or for transporting, you pop it right into here and you suddenly have a fancy pan. It's so brilliant.
But when you're taking them to a party and you set it on the car seat and you don't want anything to happen to it, now you don't have to worry about that. It's so good.
Sturdy. And then we also have options with inserts for deviled eggs or a charcuterie board all in one.
Oh my gosh, Tori,
and
this is so
even
great.
Options where you could have a little ice pack underneath if you're bringing something that has to stay chilled. All 50% off from Fancy Pans.
Amaze your friends. Okay.
Amaze your friends as well with phenomenal fragrance in your home. This is Homeworks, crafted by master perfumers from around the world.
That's gorgeous.
The vessels are beautiful. The scents are even better. And it really just fills your room with just that phenomenal holiday scent. We've got so many options. Frozen balsam.
That smells expensive.
It does. Spun vanilla sugar, crackling fireside, you name it. Plus, we also have holiday soaps and lotions and room sprays that are all ready for gifting. Everything's up to 64% off. Plus, from Homeworks, Free shipping.
Free shipping,
Free
right
shipping
there,
from
right there.
Homeworks.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody needs this. This is a
Yes.
great gift.
This is gear. Get it right. And they really have perfected every single detail on their kitchen appliances. This is the spoonula that allows you to either scrape or scoop. It is so genius. One of their other products I love are these suction lids.
I love
because
those too.
they turn any bowl suddenly into a storage container.
Right, and you don't have to be
use
pulling the wrap and stretching it
You're not
around.
using plastic in your kitchen.
Yep.
You got this instead.
Yep.
We also have these really great baking sheets, which are terrific because they replace pricey parchment paper, foils. Like, you get to just reuse that.
Okay.
And it's phenomenal.
Okay.
No sprays, no nonstick spray needed, nothing. Just that. All 50 to 80% off. These start at $250.
People are going to love you for it.
Okay, bottom tees. These are phenomenal.
I feel fancy now.
Right? These are all teas that are sourced and packaged and perfected in India, but they're for the modern tea drinker. You and I were saying this Advent
Can
is
you imagine?
spectacular.
Because if you turn this around, it's tea all the way around it.
Every drawer has a tea inside.
And so if someone says, do you want a cup of tea? Well, I have like 40 for you to choose from.
All 50% off starting at $21.
Fantastic.
Grooves, the easiest way to bring the party anywhere. This little speaker has phenomenal sound. You can also pair them for extra sound. It is lightweight, portable, but the sound incredible, and it's got LED lights for extra grooves. These are $28.
Are you comfortable, Robin Roberts?
And then finally, give this woman, I know she's just missing the shoulder massage here. The Miko foot massage after that challenging interview that you did.
And
this
these
difficult
shoes,
day.
these shoes.
The shoes.
Shiatsu, ankle, calf, all massage techniques right there, targeting all your pressure points.
Yes, you got it, and it's 50% off.
All right.
This is a winner for in the studio, under your desk, or at home.
Tori, amazing again. Robin, what a fantastic job you've done. We've all sponsored with these companies and these products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. We will be right back.
No, I don't want to get out. No.
Just makes me sleepy.
That means it's good.